Welcome to my channel, Rohit Speaks. And today's video, I'm gonna talk about the fact of aging. So if you ever wondered why do we age, what are the reasons? Why do we certainly age? We grow from being a kid to an adult, and then we stop growing in size, and you just survive after a stage, and then you age and then you die. So what does that grow? Why do we go old? That's what I'm gonna tackle here. So let's see, let me put up my pointer so you guys can see. Next is, so if I want to answer, there are two major biology which causes you to age. One is called as telomere shortening, and that's all in your DNA. So I have explained what chromosome and DNA and all of this is, but for example, it has to explain again. You're a human, you're made up of organs, skin is also an organ. So each organs are made up of tissue. Tissue is made up of cells. Cell in those cell, if there is nucleus and it has chromosomes in it. Chromosomes are the ones where your basically your DNA is wound into and made into chromosome. So DNA is wound around this structure. So these all this blue are actually your DNA, and they are wound and then protected by these tips called as telomere. So when your cell divides, when you grow, when you keep growing and your cell divides, it starts losing its tips. It starts losing as it grows older and you see the number starts going down. So your chromosome is no longer protected. And as a result, that DNA is no longer being used. It gets that's damaging, gets damaged over the as you progress through aging. And that DNA will not be read and it will not be made into a product. And as a result, that cell has no longer function. So it will slowly start dying. So example of that is simple as the wrinkles on your face. It's not that yes, your skin is losing its rigidity because the amount of cells are dying. Those cells are dying as you age and you will feel a dip on your wrinkles because there are some cells who have died. So imagine just there is a sheet which are all the cells are active. They are forming a nice tight sheet. Suddenly one died. What will happen? And something is holding you like this and one died. What will happen? It will start to push this way. Couple of them died, more this way. And then it will form a crease. So that is what your wrinkles are in your face. Those are just dead cells. So those cells slowly start appearing as you start aging. And that's all in your DNA. And it is caused by the shortening of this telomere or the cap of your chromosome. The other biology function is reactive oxygen species. If I say it philosophically, it's the amount of breaths or amount of body work you do that creates a lot of reactive oxygen species. So when you take a breath, so when you're running, when you're doing whatever, your life is the amount of breath or amount of inhalation of oxygen you do. That's the amount. So your body is not your ears, but it's the amount of breaths you take. So reactive oxygen species is created in your body when you eat your food, when your body processes certain activity, when you breathe oxygen, your mitochondria, all of that, they create energy in form of ATP, but the byproduct is free radicals or these compounds which have extra electron or one electron which has been lost. And they're counterproductive or they're to reduce your reactive oxygen species is actually in your diet, is the antioxidant food you take that balances your oxidation or these radicals. But the ROS are the ones which also causes cell death, causes DNA damage, etc. And those cell death will literally starts causing you to age because you no longer can make more new cells. Why? Because also when you start aging, your stem cells are the ones who will make your new cells. They also start losing their property because they are no longer continuously dividing. They start losing. So there is less stem cells. Cell death is going on with your reactive oxygen species. Telomere is shortening. That all of them are going simultaneously as you age throughout the year. So people have been trying to reverse all these three aspects. So reactive oxygen species, you can undertake, you can control that if example I can give you about the yogis in India. So these are the yogis who actually slow down their breathing. They eat less, so less oxygen, reactive oxygen species, less breathing, less mitochondria is making energy, less radicals are being formed in their body, and the consumption of the food is usually fruits or something like that, which already are high in antioxidants. So as a result, they live longer. They do age, but they also do live longer. because their cell death is gone down considerably less than a normal person who has going normal stress and everything. So reactive oxygen species is under control, but the next one is the telomere activity. The telomere is not under your control. Stem cells are not under your control. Those are programmed to be changed. They are going to go slowly, slowly. Your telomeres are going to lose because as the cells divide, they will start losing it. The only thing under you, you won't let that cell die early, and hence you can prolong your aging. But allowing your cell to live longer, allowing your telomere to remain active, also depends on you. People have been studying how to prolong the telomere tips, but currently research is still going on. You might come an age that we might find a cure to it, and you'll find people living more than 100, years. Um, Reactive oxygen species, as I talked about, and then the stem cells. Now, stem cells are those magic words people constantly hear, but the stem cells have to be programmed. So stem cells are in your skin, in your heart, in your kidney. Their stem cells are there for all this part. But they, like for your heart, for example, when you're a kid, I'll give you a simple example. When you're a kid, your heart, or let's say when you're a baby, it's this long. When you puberty, it goes big, 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 and then when you're adult, it's this much. After that, it stops growing because the function is done. Stem cells are no longer required to make new cells, so it will stop growing because it has formed its adult size. It will no longer grow, so the stem cells have no use. So they will basically, if there is no use, why would I be? So the body will take over and say, okay, you are no longer needed. You're done. But now research have been going on. Those who have heart attacks or myocardial infarction and they need new tissue in their heart, they're trying to reprogram the stem cells so they can still increase or bring back those cells there. Research is still going on, and I feel like we are very close to fixing that. So, with that being said, I just wanted to touch upon if you ever wondered why do we age? The three main reasons are telomere shortening or your chromosome tips going away as your cells divide or as you age, reactive oxygen species being made in your body, which causes cell death and as a result, aging. And the other one is lack of stem cells or the stem cells no longer being produced. So these are the three major reasons which causes aging. I hope you got to know this question that why do we age and why do we uh, not live longer? And these are the reasons for that. There are other environmental factors which also causes aging, but they all indirectly or directly affect these three biological functions. I can give you another example of UV rays. So sun rays are made up of ultraviolet rays and visible rays. So ultraviolet rays are harmful to your body. They can penetrate through your body and kill. They can cause DNA damage, and DNA damage can lead to your cell death. So if there has been plenty examples, but I can give you one where a person who is constantly under sun and person who is indoors and has get moderately amount of sun. And if you just compare that person who is constantly under sun exposed to UV rays, in a month you can see drastic difference in their age. You will see that the person who is constantly exposed to sun has aged faster than the other person. And that's the harmful effect of UV. But what is UV doing? Damaging your cell and leading to cell death and leading to more reactive oxygen species. So, as I said, there are so many reasons, but they all will affect these three major biology functions. Hopefully, this has been insightful. With that, I'll close this one off and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Take care.